Hey Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today we are looking at Snarf from the ThunderCats Ultimates line from Super 7. I know I'm behind on this one, he shipped a while ago, but to be honest, I had to make some decisions at the end of 2023, and this wave of ThunderCats Ultimates, we're just going to have to wait. There was so much Joe stuff coming out, so many other things going on that sometimes you just got to go and cancel those pre-orders. But now I'm going back. I'm getting this wave of ThunderCats. Actually, Mrs. Troublemaker got me this one for Valentine's Day. So I'm a little behind on reviewing it as well. But I'm thrilled to have it. Snarf is, on the surface, he might be thrown into the annoying sidekick category. But if you go back and watch ThunderCats again with adult eyes, he is actually the bravest and most proactive of the team. He's a critical component of the ThunderCats story, and I'm thrilled to have a figure of him now. And he looks fantastic. Holy cow, let's get him out of there and take a look. Oh, back of the box, you got some really nice art going on there. Snarf Osbert, or Snarf as he prefers to be known, was young Lion-O's nursemaid. After Lion-O grew up on the way to Third Earth, Snarf remained his devoted caregiver, sometimes much to Lion-O's chagrin. While Snarf can be pessimistic and lacks the skills of a warrior, he can also be brave and agile when necessary. Honorable, true, just, and loyal, Snarf embodies the code of Thundera, but he adds a compassion all his own. And I think that's the thing that took me by surprise on my ThunderCats rewatch a couple of years ago, which, quite frankly, it's almost time for another one. But that when I was a kid, I didn't like Snarf. But when I was a kid, I didn't realize that Lion-O is an idiot, and Snarf is doing everything he can to keep Lion-O out of trouble. Which, when I was a kid, seemed annoying, but as an adult, seems like he's got one of the most important roles on the team. So I have a completely different outlook on Snarf now than I did when I was younger. Let's see, we've got, of course, the typical ton of accessories that Super 7 likes to provide. A bunch of alternate hands, a little egg here, and tell me in the comments what this egg is, because I do not know off the top of my head. ThunderCats, I mean, it was one of the cartoons that I watched every day when I was a kid, but it was not, oh my gosh, whew, always scary getting that stuff out of there. It was not one of my primary loves because the toys were a little more expensive, and I had Lion-O, Mumra, and Panthro, and that was it. And I think those had come from like friends for my birthday or something, or maybe I got Lion-O. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was one of those toy lines that, you know, I had a couple of figures from, similar to He-Man, really. That I was very invested in the cartoon and loved watching it, but I had to have the toys to truly have something at the top of my list, and that, you know, that was G.I. Joe. That was the one that I had pretty much everything. Oh, okay, I see how this works. Now I've just got to try and snip through this stupid plastic without messing the figure up. There we go. Got it. I don't know where the... Oh, there it is. Shot across the table. Now, try and get Snarf out of here. Sometimes... You know what? I'm not even going to say sometimes. Most of the time, Super 7 has got a little too much friction holding their figures in. Like, I'm really concerned about where this stand, oh, there we go, is joined to his tail. Like, I'm worried about that breaking. Or coming apart. I don't know if it would be breaking, but I do note that it is... Oh, okay. It's a little more secure than I thought it was. So there's actually a peg with a specific shape on the stand that goes into his tail, and then that, I'm sure there's, I don't know if it's sonic welding or adhesive or whatever. So that's a little more secure than I thought it was. And that joint just rotates. I would have thought that joint would have a little more movement than that. He does have a disc and a peg right there. We'll check out how his other tail looks in a bit. So you can get that Snarf posed on his tail position. Let's go ahead and zoom in since he's such a small figure anyway. So standard articulation, it looks like. I'm trying to figure out how his knees work. You can see how sharp the surrounding areas are, and that's, to hide the articulation as best they can. That shoulder doesn't... There we go. Okay. Cool. Shoulders are working nicely. Everything on him is pointy. And this is not mass market retail plastic, so it is not soft. There's no give. So his little hand there, you can see he's got painted claws. Same thing on those feet. Those gnarly Snarf feet. And I'm sure the knees have... I'm sure they bend. I'm just trying to figure out... Yeah, you can see right there where it is. Oh, is that one backwards maybe? Hang on. No, because that doesn't turn at all. Oh, okay, so you can see in this one, or can you? Let's get this tail out of the way. Hopefully that pops right out and doesn't give me a big hassle. Well, so much for that. I keep feeling like it's moving, but it's just the tail moving like up as I pull on it. It's not actually coming out of... Oh, son of a gun. I'm going to injure myself. Matter of fact, I might have just poked holes in my thumb. No, okay. Might have to heat this up a little bit to get that tail out. And to get these knees to bend. Or do the knees even bend? That's what I'm trying to figure out now. I don't know that the knees actually bend. They might just rotate, which seems weird. But I cannot see a disc in there. He does have a wide range of hip movement, though. Look, standard Super 7 hips. That's cool. So that rotates... Look at that little face. He is adorable. How could you not like this guy? Paint looks great. Nice, vibrant colors, really capturing the look of the animation, I feel. Okay, so before I heat this guy up in order to get his other tail on... Man, everything is so pointy, it's hard to manipulate him. I really think those knees just rotate. I don't think they bend. Weird. Okay. So let's take a look at the accessories before we move on. Let's set old Snarfer over here. And we've got a super happy Snarf face. Open mouth, got the teeth. Again, beautiful paint job, nice vibrant colors. Everything looks good. You can compare to the more neutral Snarf. And then there's serious Snarf face. This is Snarf attacking one of Mum-Ra's goons or something that's trying to hurt Lion-O. I love it. Angry Snarf. I don't know which one I'm going to display. Come with a really nice rendition of the glove, the deactivated Sword of Omens, or I guess in rest, whatever, because Snarf would often be seen with this piece running around trying to get it back to Lion-O or whatever. That plugs right into there, looks great. I'll be happy to have this displayed on the shelf. That'll actually be really cool. It would be nice if he could carry it in his mouth, because that was something he did do in the show. But that does not seem to be something Super 7 thought of. That would have been a nice touch. Well, no, it doesn't. If they release a cartoon Snarf, then I think that would be worth doing. I've got alternate hands here. Got C-grips, got open sort of clawing attack hands to go with the angry face. We've got the alternate tail that I'll get to in a minute. I've got that egg. Tell me what it is, because I do not remember. And then finally, Snarf's bag, man purse, Snarf purse, whatever you want to call it. Nice little sculpted zipper on there. Soft plastic, so you can put that probably across his body if you want to. We'll try that out in a minute, because I got to heat this guy up so I can get these parts off. Okay, I just heated this guy up for about a minute. Look at that. Head pops right off. I'm going to put that vicious head. Oh, I might have to heat this head up too. Hang on. Let me get the tail off first. Okay. Tail pops. What? Oh! Okay, that makes more sense. I thought this seemed way too short. There we go. Oh man, now I've got to heat that up again. Nope, there it goes. All right. Great. I'm going to heat the other head up now. Okay, now the little fella's been heated up. Let's get everything put back together and see what vicious Snarf looks like. Maybe. Oh my gosh. Might have to heat that head even longer. The heads are more rigid plastic than I expected them to be. And with everything being all pointy, it's difficult to get a good grip. Good gosh. All right. Let's go ahead and get the tail in there. Okay. So there's our tail back in. I'm going to have to heat this guy up a little longer. Okay. Hopefully that's the last time there. Oh my gosh. Is it on? I hope it's on. Okay. Now, Angry Snarf, who I just realized cannot be running Snarf, which is I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of disappointing. Because he ran on all fours in the cartoon a good bit, but you can't really pose him. Well, sorta. It's not really, kinda. No. So, also, maybe something for Super 7 to think about. Oh no, look, there is a disc up in that knee. Okay, so yeah, there's not a ton of motion there, but the knees do bend. Again, you just got to heat them up There you go. Look at that. I thought that should happen for him to be sitting, because if I'm remembering correctly, when he sat on his tail upright, his legs were kind of like this. Which, obviously, this isn't the right face for that, but whatever. You got a pretty good range on that head. He's great. Whether or not you think what's here is worth $55 is up to you. He's a must-have. There's no way around that. He probably made up some cost difference for somebody else in this wave, who I'm waiting to get at this point. But I mean, you got to have Snarf, and he looks fantastic. I mean, they really did. As far as this being the ultimate Snarf figure, it is. It's great. And if they do a cartoon version, then let's get an all fours running. Maybe a little ab ball joint would have taken care of that. I don't know. But all fours running, and then the ability to hold. Gosh, doesn't it look like it should fit in there? It really, really does. Like, it's almost like that part. Oh my gosh. It does. So you got to heat that mouth up, because the plastic is pretty rigid when... Oh, how cool is that? The plastic is pretty rigid until it's heated up. But once you heat it up, you can get it in that mouth. I felt like there had to be a reason that mouth was sculpted that particular shape open. And there it is. There is Snarf bringing that to Lion-O, who is for sure desperately in need because of some dumb decision that he's made. So Snarf is awesome. I love him. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. More Thundercats on the way. Tons of G.I. Joe. Tons of NECA horror. All kinds of different stuff on this channel. Anything I find interesting, I'll review it. And until next time, Thundercats! Ho!
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.